For May 2014, this is CTA News in Review. Mayor Rahm Emanuel and CTA President Forrest Claypool announced that CTA had completed the installation of security cameras on more than 800 rail cars to enhance safety for passengers and to assist in crime reduction efforts. The expansion of cameras on the CTA system coincides with a 26% decrease in serious crimes in the first 3 months of 2014 across the CTA's rail and bus system, compared with the same period a year ago. Since late 2011, the CTA has doubled its rail station camera network to more than 3,600 cameras, and last year began a $13.9 million program to install more than 3,300 360-degree cameras on 834 rail cars. The state-of-the-art cameras record and store high-resolution images from all angles, increasing the ability to identify criminal suspects. Similar cameras are installed on CTA's newest generation of rail cars currently being added to CTA's rail fleet, and all CTA buses have multiple security cameras as well, with a full complement of cameras totaling more than 23,000. Just last month, the CTA announced that security cameras have helped achieve a big jump in arrests for graffiti crimes. In just the first 3 months of 2014, a combination of Chicago police surveillance missions and camera images aided in 60 graffiti-related arrests, the equivalent of all CTA vandalism arrests made in 2013. Crime is extremely low on the CTA system. Out of more than 120 million rides in January through March, there have been just 483 crimes on the system, or 4 crimes per every million rides. The CTA continued its modernization projects on the near south side, including the rehabilitation of the Harrison Red Line station and the Orange Line's 18th Street connector, as part of a larger $92 million transportation investment in the near south side announced last year by Mayor Rahm Emanuel and CTA President Forrest Claypool. The Harrison Red Line station rehabilitation will provide a brighter, cleaner, and safer travel environment for the 1.4 million people who use the Harrison station each year. Work on the Orange Line's 18th Street connector, which carries Orange Line trains to and from the loop, will make significant repairs to the half-mile structure that will provide a smoother, more reliable ride for customers. The CTA also continued its track improvement project on the Blue Line O'Hare branch as part of the Your New Blue project announced by Mayor Rahm Emanuel and CTA President Claypool in December. The track work will create a smoother, faster, and more reliable ride for customers and is expected to be completed in September. In recognition of the 2014 Memorial Day holiday, the CTA announced that it doubled the number of United States military veterans on staff since 2010 to 348 today from 173 in 2010. The increases are the result of Mayor Rahm Emanuel and CTA President Forrest Claypool's focused efforts to promote and expand the hiring of veterans. Over the past several years, veterans have increasingly joined the CTA in a wide variety of positions, from bus operators and flagmen to mechanics and customer service assistants. More than 20 now serve in manager or coordinator positions. Efforts to further increase hiring of veterans began in May 2012, when Claypool signed the CTA's first ever executive order creating a veterans hiring preference. The order set a CTA goal to attract at least a 20% pool of veterans during the application process for positions, including drivers, mechanics, engineers, managers, and other workers. Over the 18 months, CTA has done direct outreach to veterans at a dozen career fairs, including Hiring Our Heroes and other veterans hiring events. Prior to any vacancy being posted, CTA reviews and adjusts job descriptions, where applicable, to account for equivalent experience to reflect military experience. For example, a posting for bus mechanics takes into account a veteran's experience servicing military vehicles or equipment. In the next step of the transition to the Ventra fare payment system, the CTA and PACE reminded customers that as of June 1st, they can no longer use Chicago Card or Chicago Card Plus, and they can no longer reload magnetic stripe fare cards. At the end of May, 92% of all rides taken on CTA trains and buses were done so with Ventra. CTA and PACE will complete the full transition to Ventra on July 1st. Customers can visit VentraChicago.com for complete balance transfer rules and event dates, how-to videos, and frequently asked questions. For all your breaking CTA news, go to transitchicago.com/news and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.